Good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I am your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So I wanted to get on here right quick. It's about to be the end of July, and I wanted to do another standings update for the G1 Climax 35, for the Stardom 5-Star Grand Prix, and I want to give an update on a change that's been made to the upcoming Marigold Dream Star Grand Prix. So, like I said, all the matches for the remainder of July have been completed, and this weekend we'll be entering into the month of August, and we got some, matches to look forward to kick off August. But till then, wanted to give a quick recap on the current standings for both the 5-Star Grand Prix and the G1 Climax 35 as the month of July comes to a close. So, let's start out first with the G1 Climax 35. There was another set of blocked matches that happened, so wanted to go ahead and go over those. And y'all know the routine. Gonna go over both blocks as usual and go from there. So, let's jump right into it. Block A. Now, I do understand that some of these may be getting repeated. I understand that, but just want to make sure that everything is covered and that, as we close out the month, I don't leave anything missing. Okay, so A block. So, starting from the bottom, person at the bottom, 2 points, 1-4 record, David Finlay, the leader of Bullet Club War Dogs. He's got the 1 win over Sonata, 4 losses to Hiroshi Tanahashi, Taichi, Ryohei Oiwa, and Callum Newman. He still has an opportunity to get as high as 10 points, but he's really going to have to win out the rest of these matches in order to do so. But he's not completely out of it yet. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 competitors with 4 points each on 2 and 3 records. Starting with Sonata at the bottom. 2 wins over Taichi and Evil. 3 losses to Bolton Oleg, Yota Tsuji, David Finlay. Okay. Callum Newman, 2 victories over Hiroshi Tanahashi, David Finlay. 3 losses to Yuya Uemura, Ryohei Oiwa, and Evil. Okay. Taichi, 2 victories over Yuya Uemura and David Finlay, but 3 losses to Hiroshi Tanahashi, Evil, and Sonata. And then you have Mr. Ace President himself, Hiroshi Tanahashi. 2 wins over Taichi and David Finlay. 3 losses to Bolton Oleg, Ryohei Oiwa, and Callum Newman. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 competitors with 6 points apiece. Each have 3 and 2 records. So starting with Evil near the bottom. 3 victories over Taichi, Yota Tsuji, Callum Newman, but losses to Yuya Uemura and Sonata. Okay. Ryohei Oiwa, same record. Victories over Hiroshi Tanahashi, Callum Newman, and David Finlay. His 2 losses were to Bolton Oleg and Yota Tsuji. All right, Bolton Oleg. His 3 wins were over Hiroshi Tanahashi, Ryohei Oiwa, and Sonata. His 2 losses were to Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji. And then Yuya Uemura, his 3 victories were over Evil, Callum Newman, and Boltin Oleg. His 2 losses were to Taichi and Yota Tsuji. And then sitting at the top of the A block for now, 4-1 record with 8 points, is Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji, his 4 wins were over Sanada, Ryohei Oiwa, Boltin Oleg, and Yuya Uemura. His 1 loss was to Evil. So that is your A block once again. All right. Now let's go to the B block, where there were some matches that were done on the B block. So let's go to the B block. All right. So, of course, we all know Gabe Kidd, he's eliminated. 0-9, 0 points. Had the 1 loss to Takeshita, and then had to forfeit the rest of his matches due to injury. So, we know he's out. Okay. So, we have 2 competitors with 4 points apiece. Starting with El Phantasmo. He has 2 victories. One was a forfeit victory over Gabe Kidd, and he's got a victory over Konosuke Takeshita. But he's got 4 losses to Ren Narita, Great-O-Khan, Zack Sabre Jr., and Shota Umino. Let's see. Like I said, not out of it yet, but he's going to really need to start winning. He's going to need to start winning. Okay. Let's see. And then we got Shingo Takagi, 2-3 record. He's got the forfeit victory over Gabe Kidd, and he finally won a match against Shota Umino, but he's got 3 big losses to Yoshihashi, Great-O-Khan, and Konosuke Takeshita. So really a rough start for Shingo, but he finally did win a match. So maybe that's the start of a streak. We shall see. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 competitors sitting at 6 points each. We're going to first start with Shota Umino at the top. He's got a 3-3 record. 3 victories over El Phantasmo, Zack Sabre Jr., the forfeit over Gabe Kidd, and 3 losses to Shingo Takagi, Drilla Maloney, and Ren Narita. Okay. You have Zack Sabre Jr. with a 3-2 record. He's got the 2 victories over Konosuke Takeshita and El Phantasmo, the forfeit over Gabe Kidd, and he's got 2 losses to Shota Umino and Ren Narita. Okay. And then we have, at the bottom, Konosuke Takeshita. He's got a 3-2 record. Victories over Shingo Takagi, Great-O-Khan, and the forfeit over... he's got the win over Gabe Kidd. That's right. That's the 1 match Gabe Kidd wrestled. And 2 losses to El Phantasmo and Zack Sabre Jr. Okay. And then we have 8 points going to 4 different competitors. So, let's see. Let's start with Ren Narita. Let's start with Ren Narita. He's got a 4-2 record. He's got the 4 wins. 3 of them were against Shota Umino, El Phantasmo, and Zack Sabre Jr. He's got the forfeit victory over Gabe Kidd. And his 2 losses were to Yoshihashi and Drilla Maloney. Okay. Let's also take a look at Great-O-Khan. Same record, 4-2. He's got the 4 victories. 3 of them were over El Phantasmo, Yoshihashi, Shingo Takagi. He's got the 1 forfeit over Gabe Kidd. And his 2 losses were to Konosuke Takeshita and Drilla Maloney. All right, and then we got 2 competitors with 4-1 records. Drilla Maloney, 4 victories over Shota Umino, Great Okan, Ren Narita, the forfeit over Gabe Kidd. His 1 loss was to Yoshihashi. And you got Yoshihashi, same record, 4-1, 8 points. Victories over Shingo Takagi, Drilla Maloney, Ren Narita, the forfeit over Gabe Kidd. 1 loss to Great Okan. So, you got Yoshihashi, Drilla Maloney, Ren Narita, and Great Okan, all with 8 points sitting at the top there. So, very competitive. Very competitive. But that is your current standings for the G1 Climax 35 as they get ready to exit the month of July and go into August. Speaking of August, next matchups for Block A, August 1st, just a review. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Yuya Uemura. That should be really good. Taichi versus Yota Tsuji. Should be awesome. Bolton Oleg versus David Finlay. Ryohei Oiwa versus Evil. Callum Newman versus Sonata. So those are your August 1st matchups. That's the next matches for the A block. But I think the match to definitely look out for is Taichi versus Yota Tsuji. I think that's definitely the one to look out for. And I think should main event for that show. But that's just me. Okay, and then Block B. Block B will have their next matches on August 2nd. So let's see what we got. August 2nd. Shota Umino versus Yoshihashi. That ought to be a very interesting one. Let's see. El Phantasmo versus Shingo Takagi. That's going to be tough. Especially both, don't have a lot of points. So that could really go either way. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Great Okan. That should be really good. Let's see. Drilla Maloney versus Konosuke Takeshita. Ooh. So you got a couple of matchups to look out for. I mean, Takeshita, Drilla Maloney, that should be really good. Great Okan, Zack Sabre Jr. should definitely be very competitive. I think those are probably the main 2 to keep an eye out on. But like I said, El Phantasmo, Shingo, because both of them, have such low scores, that's gonna really be an interesting one. So, but yeah, those are your next matchups for Block A and Block B. So Block A on August 1st, that's Friday, and then Block B August 2nd, which is Saturday. So, got that looking forward to kick off the month of August. Okay, now let's switch gears to the 5-Star Grand Prix. I know not a lot has happened for Blue Stars yet. It's right around the corner, but I'm gonna do the same thing. Just close out the month of July for the 5-Star Grand Prix. And let's go over each of the blocks. So, first off, Red Stars A. Here we go. Okay, Red Stars A. So far, we got 3 competitors with 0 points on 0-2 records. They're Waka Tsukiyama, Lady C, and Yuna Mizumori. Waka... Oh, man. Waka's just really having a tough time right now. Waka Mania has not triggered yet. She suffered 2 very fast losses to Mei Sarah and Hanan. I mean, she lost to Mei Sarah in 28 seconds and lost to Hanan in like a minute and some change. So, not a good start for Waka. Not a good start. Lady C has been a little more competitive, but still not able to get her first win as she had losses to Saya Kamatani and Mei Sarah. Yuna Mizumori, same thing. Put up some good fights against B. Priestley and Saya Kamatani, but not able to defeat either of them, as she too is 0-2. But I got a feeling Yuna Mizumori will probably be the first between those three to break out of the slump. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, you have two competitors with 2 points with 1-1 records. They are Hanan and Azusa Inaba. So looking at Azusa, 1-1, she had a big victory over Hanan, but a loss to B. Priestley. And Hanan, same record. She had her victory over Waka Tsukiyama, but the loss to Azusa Inaba. So, not a bad start. Still early. But right now, you have 3 competitors in Red Stars A. Right now, 2-0 records, 4 points. They are Saya Kamatani, Mei Sarah, and B. Priestley. So, B. Priestley, victories over Yuna Mizumori and Azusa Inaba. A great start for her return to stardom through this tournament. Mei Sarah, the high-speed champ, off to a great start. Victories over Lady C and Waka Tsukiyama in high-speed, impressive fashion. Although she did get a submission victory on Lady C, that was pretty impressive. And then Saya Kamatani, the World of Stardom champ. Victories over Yuna Mizumori and Lady C. So definitely looking prime condition. All right. So right now your top 3, Saya Kamatani, Mei Sarah, B. Priestley. All right, Red Stars B. All right, Red Stars B. We got 2 competitors sitting at the bottom with 0-2 records, 0 points. They are Sayaka Carrara and Rian. So Rian opening up with 2 losses to Rena and Starlight Kid, although put up excellent efforts, but starts off 0-2. And then you have this year's Cinderella Tournament winner, Sayaka Carrara, off to a rough start with losses to Rena and Natsupoi. But I think she'll break out of the slump soon. But we shall see. And then you got 4 competitors, all with 2 points each, 1-1 records, which are Tomoka Inaba, Natsupoi, Azumi, Starlight Kid. Let's take a look at Tomoka Inaba. 1 victory over Starlight Kid, but wasn't able to defeat Azumi. But still, a great start for her. Same thing with Natsupoi. The victory over Sayaka Carrara, but a loss to Natsuko Tora, and she unfortunately got misted in the face. Azumi, same thing, 1-1, victory over Tomoka Inaba, but she also lost to Natsuko Tora. And Starlight Kid, victory over Rian, but a big loss to Tomoka Inaba that could later on give her an opportunity at the Wonder of Stardom Championship. And right now, at the top of the Red Stars B, you got 2 members of Hate. 4 points, 2-0. Natsuko Tora, Rena. So Rena has her 2 victories over Sayaka Carrara and Rian. Natsuko Tora has her victories over Natsupoi and Azumi. So those are pretty big. But yeah, 2 members of Hate sitting at the top. And then, we'll recap Blue Stars A and B as well, which I've done these before, but I'll make it quick. All right, sitting at the bottom, 0 points. All 3 with 0-1 records. Saya Ida, Aya Sakura, Yuria Hime. Yurihime has the loss to Miyu Amasaki. Aya Sakura has the loss to Ami Sore. And Saya Ida has the loss to Saori Ano. Okay, we have two competitors that have 1 point, and it's the two that had a draw, a double count-out draw with each other, which were Bozilla and Ruaka. And then you have three competitors right now, 1-0, 2 points. Miyu Amasaki with her victory over Yurihime, Saori Ano with her victory over Saya Ida, and Ami Sore with her victory over Aya Sakura. So those three sitting at the top of the Blue Stars A. Blue Stars B. All right. It's pretty much straightforward. 4 competitors, 0-1, 0 points. Momokogo with a loss to Momo Watanabe. Hina with a loss to Suzu Suzuki. Ren Yagami with a loss to Hanako. And Sari with a loss to Konami. And then the other 4 competitors, 1-0 records, 2 points, which are Hanako with the victory over Ren Yagami, Suzu Suzuki with the victory over Hina, Momo Watanabe with the victory over Momokogo, and Konami victory over Sari. So that's your Blue Stars B. All right, next matchups. So the next matchups for Red Stars A won't be until August 2nd, which is also the same time as when the Marigold Dream Star Grand Prix begins. Goodness gracious, it's going to be a busy weekend. So August 2nd matchups. Hanan versus Mei Sarah. That should be really good. Let's see. Yuna Mizumori versus Lady C. That could go either way. Saya Kamatani versus Azusa Inaba. Ooh, a battle within the hate ranks. That should be really good. Waka Tsukiyama versus B Priestley. Oh, jeez. That's going to be, man, Waka could end up with an 0-3 start. I'm not even joking. Oof. Okay, so those are your August 2nd matchups. Red Stars A. All right, Red Stars B. Also August 2nd will be their next matches. Starlight Kid versus Azumi. Oh, snap. And you know that's a very familiar matchup. Those two know each other very well. A lot of history. So they're going to clash August 2nd, this Saturday. Natsupoi Tomoka Inaba. That should be really good. Sayaka Kurara versus Rian. That should be good, considering that both are 0-2. See who can get that first win. Let's see. Ooh, Rina versus Natsuko Tora. Oh, man, we got some really interesting matchups coming up out of the Red Stars B. Man, let me go back to Red Stars A for a second. I think the matchup to look out for on Red Stars A, definitely, I'd have to say definitely Hanan Mei Sarah. Definitely keep an eye out on that. Azusa Saya Kamatani, that should be really good. And just given that they both have losing records right now, just to see who can break out, Yuna Mizumori, Lady C. But at the top of the list for me, it would be Mei Sarah Hanan. And then for the Red Stars B, matchups to look out for, definitely Azumi Starlight Kid. Tomoka Inaba Natsupoi. Natsuko Tora Rina. Yeah, those are definitely, I think those are the main 3 to look out for. Main 3. Okay, Blue Stars A. So their upcoming matches will be on August 1st. So that's Friday. Miyu Amasaki versus Saori Ano should be interesting. Saya Ida, which they have confirmed that this will be the main event of on August 1st. Saya Ida versus Ami Sourei. Let's see. Aya Sakura versus Ruoka. Bozilla versus Yuria Hime. I mean, honestly, this one's pretty easy. The matchup to look out for is Saya Ida Ami Sourei out of this block. I mean, it's an easy pick. And then Blue Stars B, same thing, August 1st. Momokogo versus Suzu Suzuki will be an interesting one. Momo Watanabe Konami. Seri Rene Yagami. I thought I saw another one on here. I guess not. I thought I saw another one on here. But definitely the matchup to look out for the most, Konami Momo Watanabe. I mean, that's obvious. But yeah. So Blue Stars A and B matches on August 1st. Red Stars A and B matches on August 2nd. Those are your next upcoming matches for the 5-Star Grand Prix. Now, one last thing, which I know they just finished having their press conference. So, got some unfortunate news in regards to the Marigold Dream Star Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Marvelous Super Rookie Senka Akatsuki has been hospitalized with a severe case of pneumonia. And because her condition is worsening, unfortunately, she has been forced to withdraw from the Dream Star Grand Prix. So, really, really sucks to hear. But it's the right call. Pneumonia, I've never had pneumonia before, but I know people that have had it, and from what I've heard, it sucks. It's not great. And if she has a bad case of it, ooh. As a matter of fact, one of my good best friends had pneumonia for a while. So, yeah. But prayers going up for Senka Akatsuki. Hopefully, everything will work out, and pray for healing in the name of Jesus, and that she will get back to competition ASAP. But main thing, health is more important than a tournament. So hope she gets plenty of rest and that she heals ASAP. So, with Senka being out of the tournament, they have decided on a replacement. Taking her place, also from Marvelous, is one half of the Marigold Twin Star Tag Team Champions, Maria. That's right. She has now replaced Senka and will be competing in the Dream Star Grand Prix. Pretty much all Senka's scheduled matches will be Maria's scheduled matches. I gotta be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, Maria's great. I've met Maria, even though I don't like the new dark look that her and Riko Kawahara have. I like Maria. I've met her. She's awesome. Not my first choice on a replacement. Nothing against her, but that wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have went for Ai Hozan, Sora Ayame, or heck, I know she just came back. I would have went with Mio Momono for this tournament. But first choice for me would have been Ai Hozan. I think she would have been a good replacement. But they went with Maria. All cool. So that means Maria will be in the Dream League of this tournament, because that was where Senka was. So, with that being said, Maria's first match. Now remember, August 2nd, they got a day show and night show. So each of those ladies will get 2 matches. They'll get 2 matches, one in the daytime, one in the nighttime. And for Maria, word is she will face, so according to the spreadsheet, in the daytime she will face Mayu Iwatani, and in the nighttime she'll face Koki Amare. Ooh. Ooh. Those are some tough first matches for Maria. Really tough first matches for her. But you know what? I do look forward to the day where Senka will get her opportunity to go up against Mayu Iwatani and the others that she hasn't gotten a chance to face yet. So here's hoping, but main thing, she concentrates on recovering. But yeah, so Maria's your replacement. And like I said, the Dream Star Grand Prix begins on August 2nd. We're going to have quite a loaded weekend. A very loaded weekend. Because you got more 5-star Grand Prix matches. You got more New Japan G1 Climax 35 matches. And you also got Tokyo Princess Cup matches. Yeah, because you got the rest of the first round on August 2nd. Man, August 2nd, Saturday is going to be loaded. Oh my God. Man. That's got to be, man, that makes me think about fans in Japan. Like, how do you really determine what to go to? Because that's crazy that you got 4 different promotions hosting shows with tournament matches on August 2nd. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it is a problem. You know what I mean? So, man, that's got to be crazy. Because I would think, ain't no way you're going to make it to all 4 of those shows. So, it just makes me wonder, oh man, what it would be like to have that type of issue. But, anyway, that'll do it for this video. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. How are y'all enjoying the tournaments so far? The 5-star Grand Prix, the G1 Climax 35, the Tokyo Princess Cup 12, and are you hyped for the Dream Star Grand Prix? How do you feel about Maria being Senka's replacement for this tournament? And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And you know what? Let's continue to keep these wrestlers in our prayers. You know, there's actually been a couple of injuries, you know, situations going on. You know, we had Moka Miyamoto. She's getting medical treatment, which she had to forfeit the Tokyo Princess Cup. Senka, with the pneumonia, had to forfeit the Dream Star Grand Prix tournament. Recently, Honoka got injured in her Crystal Championship match against Mizuki Kato, which I don't know if they revealed or said what her injury was, but I think it might have to do with her midsection. But yeah, Honoka dealing with injury. So yeah, let's continue to keep our ladies lifted up in prayers, and anybody else that I may have missed as well. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching for another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace.